Good. Good morning. Welcome to another episode of Francis Bacon and Eggs. First, let's get some eggs. Good. I haven't been here in a while. This is obviously a different house. That's cool. It's good to have other houses. In my friend Juliana's house. Say hi, Juliana.
Hi.
Hi. Yes, someone's watching this. At least one viewer will have seen this show. Fascinating. Turning the burner on low today, because that's really all I need. And I'm using this thing, which is just a wonderful contraption. It's less weighty than my traditional cast iron. And here I have some eggs. Let that heat up. Good. Today we're going to look at letter number 13 of goodness and goodness in nature. Goodness of nature, rather. This was written in 1612, enlarged in 1625. I don't know how it was enlarged because it's still only a page and a half, but that's cool. That's cool. And Francis Bacon writes, I take goodness, that's capitalized, in this sense, the effecting of the weal of men, which is that the Grecians call philanthropia, and the word humanity, as it is used, is little too light to express it. Goodness I call the habit, and goodness of nature the inclination. This of all virtues and dignities of the mind is the greatest, being the character of the deity. And without it man is a busy, mischievous, wretched thing, no better than a kind of vermin. Goodness answers to the theological virtue charity, and admits no excess but error. The desire of power in excess caused the angels to fall. The desire of knowledge in excess caused man to fall. But in charity there is no excess. Neither can angel or man come in danger by it. Truly this is a cogent passage. Wonderful. The inclination to goodness is imprinted deeply in the nature of man, insomuch that if it issue not towards men, it will take unto other living creatures. And it is seen in the Turks, a cruel people, who nevertheless are kind to beasts and give alms to dogs and birds. Insomuch as Busbekius reporteth, a Christian boy in Constantinople had like to have been stoned for gagging in a waggishness a long-billed fowl. Errors indeed in this virtue of goodness and charity may be committed. The Italians have an ungracious proverb with a B, two B's. Tento buonce val niente, so good that he is good for nothing. And one of the doctors of Italy, Nicholas Machiavel, had the confidence to put it in writing, almost in plain terms, that the Christian faith had given up good men and prayed to those that are tyrannical and unjust. Which he spake because indeed there was never law or sect or opinion that so much magnify goodness as the Christian religion doth. Sometimes I wonder if Francis Bacon has ever actually done or seen anything at all, ever. I've also never heard Machiavelli referred to as a doctor. That's a new one. Very droll. Would you say it's droll? Yes. If you have better things to do, you should go do them. So other things. You can do them here. I'm going to have 2 eggs today, because that's really all I need. We're going to do sunny side up, but we're going to mix it up today and add some Havarti cheese, if we still have it. Which is exciting. Very exciting. Almost as exciting as errors indeed in this virtue of goodness or charity. Oh no, we already went that. Therefore, to avoid the scandal and the danger both, it is good to take knowledge of the errors of a habit so excellent. Seek the good of other men, but be not in bondage to their faces or fancies. For that is but facility or softness, which taketh an honest mind prisoner. Neither give thou Aesop's cock a gem, who would be better pleased and happier if he had a barleycorn. The example of God teacheth the lesson truly. He sendeth his rain, and maketh his sun to shine upon the just and the unjust. But he does not rain wealth nor shine honor and virtues upon men equally. Common benefits are to be communicated with all, but peculiar benefits with choice. And beware how in making the portraiture thou breakest the pattern. For divinity maketh the love of ourselves the pattern, the love of our neighbors the portraiture. Sell all thou hast, and give it to the poor, and follow me. So said Jesus. But sell not all thou hast, except thou come and follow me. That is, except thou have a vocation wherein thou mayest do as much good with little means as with great, for otherwise in feeding the streams thou driest the fountain. Here we have Francis Bacon telling us it's okay to be rich. As a nobleman who lived in debt his entire life, you would know. None is there only a habit of goodness directed by right reason, but there is in some men, even in nature, a disposition towards it, as on the other side there is a natural malignity. For there be that in their nature do not affect the good of others. The lighter sort of malignity turneth but to a crossness, or forwardness, or aptness to oppose, or difficulties, or the like, but the deeper sort to envy and mere mischief. Such men and other men's calamities are, as it were, in season, and are ever on the loading part. These are coming out pretty well. Not so good as the dog that licked Lazarus' sores, but like flies that are still buzzing upon anything that is raw. Misanthropy, that make it their practice to bring men to the bough, and they have never a tree for the purpose in their gardens, as Timon had. Such dispositions are the very errors of human nature, and yet they are the fittest timber to make great politics of. Like to knee timber, that is good for ships, that are ordained to be tossed, but not for building houses, that shall stand firm. I don't know if I read this slower, I might enjoy it more, and actually understand it. But as it is, it's just not very good. We are out of the Havarti, it seems, so I'm going to try the cheese. Is that still on?
What do you mean?
Is it recording?
Yeah.
Cool. Still recording. Thank you, child. I need to cut this cheese. Use a cheese knife. I actually don't know what kind of cheese this is. I suspect it might be gouda. My voice probably carries throughout the house, much to its detriment. Just put some cheese just directly on the yolks there, and that's just going to melt and make it delicious. And I think we may be out of the beer bread. No, we're not. Actually, I'm going to use this loaf here. That should work. Because if I can, why not have some toast? Good. The parts and sign of goodness are many. If a man be gracious and courteous to strangers, it shows he is a citizen of the world, and that his heart is no island cut off from other lands, but a continent that joins to them. If he be compassionate toward the afflictions of others, it shows that his heart is like the noble tree that has wounded itself when it gives the balm. If he easily pardons and remits offenses, it shows that his mind is planted above injuries, so that he cannot be shot. If he be thankful for small benefits, it shows that he weighs men's minds and not their trash. But above all, if you have St. Paul's perfection, that he would wish to be an anathema from Christ for the salvation of his brethren. It shows much of a divine nature, and a kind of conformity with Christ himself. Then there's a preponderance of notes. Analysis of the essay, what goodness is, its relation to goodness, the nature of goodness may be mistaken, can be excessive, it is innate to man, who exercises itself upon animals and not on men. Caution as to proper use of this faculty, seek the real good of others, let your benevolence take a form suitable to the needs of the person you wish to benefit, do not neglect duties and take precedence of benevolence. The opposite of goodness is malignity. And the parts and signs of goodness are courtesy shows a large heart, compassion shows a noble heart, forgiveness shows a disposition that cannot be injured, thankfulness shows a true appreciation of men's worth, and self-sacrifice exhibits a divine nature. As always, without the notes, I may not have understood what I read at all, because it's very confusing. But, also as always, I don't think he's a very good compositionist. It's very confusing figuring out what he's talking about, and you have to have the entire Christian canon memorized to understand his references. So, that's Francis Bacon. You know, I'm going to enjoy my breakfast more than I will reading that, I think. But for now, I'm putting away the cheese. I have some newly steeped coffee here. If I can find my mug. Here's my mug. I think this may actually be decaf. And if we look at the eggs, such as they are, we shall see that they are very good. There they are. Don't they look good? Yes. I'm going to eat these now. That's it for this time. Thank you for joining me on another episode of Francis Bacon and Eggs. Thank you to my wonderful attendants. And take care. So long.
Can we talk now? Can we talk?
Normally this is where the credits go. So I sort of walk around the room. So
Can
I'll leave it going.
Can I walk around?
If you like. Sure.
Oh, it didn't see me. I'm a credit. Hello. He's toy.